Peace, blessings, and love, family. Today, I want to talk about a topic that is very important to us all. It's actually our superpower, and that is our imagination. Our ability to imagine is our superpower. I'm thinking, if this whole reality is imagined, based on our imagination, our thoughts, that means it only exists because we can imagine it, right? So I'm thinking we all have that, our own little reality in life, right? Which we call life, actually. My reality is my life. But my reality is based on the quality of my imagination. I'm starting to think that way because if I can't imagine my life, I don't know what I have, to be honest. So every moment as we create our reality, because every moment is we are creating our reality every day, every moment. So when we're creating the moment, we are using our imagination to create it, because otherwise it makes no sense. You can't create anything without imaginations. Like if you want to work on a project, for example, you have to imagine the project before it happens, right? So our reality is really based on our imagination. So the limit of your imagination is the limit of your reality. We limit ourselves. If I can't imagine something, that something cannot become reality in my reality. So when I see someone else reality being different from my reality, it's just because of they have imagined their reality that way and I have imagined mine this way. So I know I'm going in circles, but my point is just that if our reality is based on the quality of our imagination, then our imagination should be on point in order for us to thrive, you know. But most of us are limited by our own imagination because the older we get, the denser we become. You know how children are very vibrant and they always, have fun, and they're not in this depression, dull mood all the time because their imagination is more freer than us, because the older we get, the less we imagine and the more denser we become, because we become the reality instead of creating it. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but so I feel like throughout our life that our imagination becomes weaker and weaker, and then our reality becomes harder and harder, because if our Reality is based on the quality of our imagination. If your imagination is limited, then everything becomes so dense. So imagination makes it more freer. It makes your life more freer, just like a child, just being free and playing. They are not as dense as us, because of the imagination. It's still fresh. So how can we make our life easier? I believe that we can practice to better our imagination. I really believe so. I really believe that we can practice daily to imagine things. How we stop ourselves from saying like, oh my God, this is too crazy to imagine. Oh, I can't, this cannot be real. And this cannot, we are limiting ourselves. And that's why people go for drugs, because if you take a drug and you see a, pink elephant right in front of you, you don't think about it so much. You don't say, oh, there's no pink, elephant. You accept that there is a pink elephant, even though nobody else sees it, right? Because you're more free. Your imagination is free. That's why people really escape from reality, because of their reality have become so dense that they are running into where they can be free, which is like, freeing your imagination. But we can do that without drugs. We don't have to escape the reality if we keep our imagination on point. We don't have to, have substances or whatever it may be, to try to escape the reality that we are creating. Maybe we can just learn how to create a better reality instead of escaping it, right? So how can we practice to better our imagination? If the quality of our imagination is on point and we add trust to it, we create magic. Like, that's how we create magic. It's all about trusting, and it's all about, being able to imagine. So let's not lose all our imagination, and let's better the quality of our imagination so we can create magic on this planet. Much love to you. I hope it makes sense. I know I just, whatever. I love you.